What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. And also, if you already subscribed, then hit that like button. And if you would like to follow me on any social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, you can follow me at Raider__Laos. And also, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who is already subscribed, supporting the channel. Thank you guys for rocking with your boy all off season. And also, if you're not subscribed, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button, y'all. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the time the season starts. Well, with all that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys any much longer. Let's get straight to it. Can the Las Vegas Raiders compete this year in the AFC? This past week, I came out with a poll on my community page. I asked you guys how many wins we were going to finish this year, and the majority of you guys voted 10 to 12 wins. Now, that's very optimistic. You know, that's a big jump. That's jumping from 6 to 12. That's doubling our wins. You know, and that's a very big jump from a team that, quite frankly, didn't do enough this offseason to earn that many wins. We did sign plenty of defensive players. You know, no big names though. No Jalen Ramseys, no Marcus Peters. We didn't sign any of the guys I mentioned in my prior videos, like the Lavonte Davids of the world, the Devin Whites. You know, so with that being said, we didn't improve dramatically on the defensive side, but we sure as hell did get some quality players as far as the offense goes. You know, we did improve at quarterback. Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and say, hell no, we didn't. We released Derek Carr for nothing when, in fact, we could have traded him last year and probably got a first-round pick. Yeah, but if we would have traded him, we would have never in hell would have gotten Devontae Adams. He came here because of Derek. There ain't no question about that, guys. So how did we improve by releasing Derek? Well, we went and signed Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy doesn't have that arm strength that Derek does. But you know what Jimmy does that Derek doesn't? He doesn't turn the ball over. He plays winning football. He doesn't get strip sacked at end of games when the game's on the line. He doesn't go 3 and out after 3 and out and then throws a pick 6 or even throws an interception with his next drive. That's not what he's all about, guys. He's all about running the ball, dumping it to his tight end, to his big name receiver like the Deebo Samuels of the world. Now he has Devontae. Now we got Michael Mayer. Now we have Hunter Renfrow. We have a great running game in Josh Jacobs. With all those guys that I just mentioned, I think Jimmy G is going to fit just well in this system. You know, I know he's not at OTAs right now, but it's being said that he's going to be ready by training camp. You know, so let's keep our fingers crossed. We're hoping that he plays a full season. If he plays a full season, I think the Raiders could maybe compete in the AFC. But let's hold our horses. Let's open this up a little bit more before we make our final prediction if we can't compete in this AFC. Another area where we lacked for last year and years prior was penalties. You know, when we signed Josh McDaniels and we brought in all those expatriate players and coaches, I expected this team to be very disciplined. And that is not how the season started. We started this season by committing plenty of penalties. I think at the beginning of the season, for this first month or so, we were leading the league in penalties. You know, as the season went on, we did get better in that area of the game. This is going to be year 2 in the McDaniel system. We brought in more expatriates. I don't expect this team to regress in the penalties area of the game. I expect us to improve and commit less penalties. You know, I feel like this team is going to be very disciplined this year. I say all those things, and I can't leave out one very important part of our team, and that's the running game. You know, Josh Jacobs was the league's leading rusher last year. And as of right now, he hasn't signed his franchise tag. He is not at OTAs. You know, it's being said that they're trying to work out a long-term deal, but the Ezekiel Elliott's and the Christian McCaffrey contracts, they're out the door. I don't see a running back getting 15 to 17 million a year. You know, if we can get Josh in the 10 to 12 million a year range, I think that's going to be a bargain. I know the franchise tag is 10, but, you know, he's a dog. He is a top running back in this league. And with that being said, you have to pay for services like that. You can't just be a cheapskate and expect everyone to get a pay cut. You know, everyone deserves their money. Just like in the real world, I'm not going to take a pay cut. Why the hell should someone who's excelling at their job should? If we don't give them that long-term deal, I'm sure as hell that there'll be plenty of other teams, other suitors that'll be willing to give him a contract. Now let's talk about this defense, guys. We went and drafted one of the top premier pass rushers coming out of this year's draft in Tyree Wilson. I expect him to get after the quarterback. Last year we only had 18 sacks as a team. Max Crosby had 12 of those. So I expect our sacks to improve. This will be year 2 for Bilal Nichols and Neil Farrell Jr. We even drafted a few D linemen. So I really expect our defensive line to get after the quarterback more. But with getting after the quarterback, it goes hand in hand with the turnovers. We've lacked in sacks, and we also have lacked in turning the ball over. We don't get that many turnovers on defense. Shoot, I don't remember the last year where we had a ball hawk. I know Charles Woodson's last year, he had, I think, 5 interceptions with us. And since then, we haven't had a player with over 2 in one season, I think. By signing guys like Marcus Epps and Robert Spillane, I feel like that will improve our defense. We needed some good veteran presence back there. I know we had Deron Harmon last year. He was good, but I feel like we need to improve a little bit more, and that's why we got Marcus Epps. I feel like he's going to be a great addition to this defense. He'll be a great veteran leader. This will be another year for Trayvon Merrick in the system, Patrick Graham's system. I expect him to be even better. So with all that being said, guys, can we compete in this AFC? Well, a few things have to happen for us to even consider the playoffs. We have to sign Josh Jacobs, and Jimmy G has to play a full season. I don't see us making the playoffs if he's absent more than 2 games. Maybe we'll be able to beat a bad team one week, but we can't expect Brian Hoyer or Aiden O'Connell to come in for 3-4 weeks and play winning football. The best way for us to compete is to have Jimmy G under center. Point blank, period. So can we compete? As far as the AFC West goes, the Chiefs are still the king of the division. I don't think we're ready for them yet. We still need another year or two, another good draft next year. We'll be able to compete for the division. But as far as the AFC as a whole goes, hell yes, I think the Raiders can make the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
I think we can compete and make a wild card run. Why the hell not? The Seahawks did it last year. They didn't re-sign Russell Wilson. They traded. Everyone expected the Seattle Seahawks to take a big down hit, and they didn't. They made the playoffs. Geno Smith played winning football. He didn't turn the ball over. He handed that ball off to a good running game, and he got the ball to his playmakers. If Jimmy Garoppolo could do the same thing in our system, then why the hell not? We had a really good draft. Let's see what these players could do. Let's see what we can do in year 2 of Josh McDaniels' system. Last year we only had 6 wins. It was a very disappointing season last year. Mark Davis, he wants a winner in Vegas. The Golden Knights just won the NHL Cup. The Las Vegas Aces just won their championship. He owns the Raiders. This is his prize jewel. This is his baby. Not those other 2 teams that I just mentioned. This is the team that he wants to win, really. So with all that being said, it's playoffs or bust, I think, for Josh McDaniels. Mark Davis is getting used to this winning championship style of play from his other 2 teams. So the shit's going to hit the fan if McDaniels doesn't get us to the playoffs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think we're a playoff caliber team, or if you think we could even, hell, give a Chiefs a run for their money and maybe win the division this year. And once again, I want to give a big shout out to all you guys for continuing to support the channel. Thank you so much. And until next time, guys, peace.